If you're here to learn more about the 5-2 profile in human design, then you're in the right place. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're here for the first time. My name is Veronica, I'm a coach and human design guide. And on this channel, I share human design with you in a simple and practical way so that you can learn how to align to who you are, what you do, and how you do it to experience your version of success. So if that sounds good to you and you're looking for more alignment, more joy, more fun, more results in your personal and professional life, then make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. This video is part of my Human Design Profile series, which means if you're interested in finding out more about any of the other profiles in human design, then you can check out the playlist, which I'll leave linked for you somewhere on the screen and down in the description box. Now, because I've filmed a lot of these already, and because some of the information is the same across different profiles, and because I'm a projector and I love efficiency, then what I'm going to do is, instead of repeating myself over and over again, I'm going to use my mediocre editing skills to take a snippet from a previous video where I spoke about the line 5 in human design, and I'm going to take a snippet of another video where I spoke about the line 2 in human design. I'm going to share the details of those two separate lines so that you can understand more about them separately. And then I'm going to come back in real time, or as real as time can be as I'm filming this, to explain to you what happens when the line 5, the Heretic, meets the line 2, the Hermit, to create the 5-2 profile, also known as the Heretic Hermit, also sometimes referred to as the self-motivated hero. So enjoy diving into the detail of what profile is and into each of the two lines, and I'll see you back here later in the video. First of all, if you're new to human design, let's quickly talk about what profile is in general, and then we can start to dive deeper into this particular one. So profile in human design gives you insight into two particular things. Number one is the way that you see yourself and your internal experience of who you are. And number two is what you project out into the world, so what other people see in you and how other people perceive you. The duality of these different parts to you are represented in profile with two numbers. The first number gives you insight into your internal experience. This is also known as your conscious line or your personality line. The second number gives you insight into how other people see you. This is also known as your unconscious number, because often we're not actually aware of how we come across to other people, and it's also known as your design number. These two different numbers correspond to one of 6 lines in human design. Each line has its own qualities and characteristics, and they can come together in a variety of different combinations. As an example, you could be a 1-3, you could be a 2-5, or a 6-2. So the different combination will determine your overall profile. And there are 12 profiles, so there are 12 possible combinations in total. Now, if you're interested in understanding what about your chart or where in your body graph you can get the information that will tell you what your profile is or what someone else's profile is, then what you want to look at is your gates in both your conscious and unconscious sun. And in particular, you're interested in looking at the numbers after the decimal point. For example, as I'm showing you here, this person is a 1-3 because we can see the 0.1 in the conscious sun gate and the 0.3 in the unconscious sun gate. Line 5 carries the energy of the hero, carries the energy of wanting to save the day, whether you're doing that for your family, your friends, or a complete stranger. This line makes you naturally likable. People are attracted to you, they find you quite mysterious, and they see you as someone that can help them. They do see you as someone that can guide them, that can lead them, and that can save the day for them, that can rescue them or help them improve their lives. Because of this reason, what often happens is that people project those expectations onto you. As a result, the line 5 can very quickly start to feel like the weight of the world is on their shoulders, and they need to show up and be helping others and be fixing problems and be taking care of everyone and essentially be the hero in every single situation. So it's really important for a line 5 to learn and to develop the skill of discerning which situations and circumstances are for them to be involved in and aligned for them to share their gift and take care of the people involved, and which situations are simply not for you to fix, not for you to find a solution to, which situations don't require you to be the one to save the day. Now, a good way to start to notice this and to start to make those decisions is to pay attention to the intention that you have behind taking action and behind wanting to save the day. And really being honest with yourself. Are you stepping in because you genuinely want to help and you genuinely believe you can make a difference? Or are you stepping in because you feel like you should? You don't want to be letting people down. You don't want to be coming short of other people's expectations, or perhaps simply to have an ego boost and to make yourself feel like the hero in every single situation. Being able to answer those questions truthfully is always going to help you decide which situations are aligned for you and which situations and expectations you need to learn to let go of. Because here's the thing, when you step into situations that are aligned for you and where your intentions are in the right place, you will feel energized, you will feel excited about saving the day, about making a difference, about guiding people, about taking care of those people, about finding solutions to those problems. However, when your intention isn't in the right place, and when you're simply stepping in and helping or fixing something or being the hero because you feel like you should, because it's what is expected of you, because this is maybe what you've always done, that's the time where you start to feel resentful of your position. This is a time where you start to feel bitter that everyone is always relying on you. This is when you will have thoughts of, why do I always have to be taking care of others? When is someone else going to take care of me? Or like, when am I going to catch a break? Why am I always having to be the one that has their ish together, so much so that they're able to help everyone else, when all I want to do is live my life and do my own thing? So it's really important to start to notice these different patterns and start to notice them as quickly as possible so that you can start to learn when to step in and when to accept that it's not your role and it's not your place and you don't have to. So line 2 is someone who is naturally gifted. Is someone who has natural talents or natural skills that make them really good at particular things. And because of this natural talent, often someone with a line 2 doesn't even know, number one, that they are talented, and number 2, how they do what they do. It comes so natural to them that they just take it for granted and they assume that whatever they are good at, everyone else is good at too. Something that is really different for someone with a line 2 and can also be a challenge at times is that they don't need to learn to be good at something from a particular external source. This is an innate skill or an innate talent that comes from within. So for the line 2, the focus really isn't on always gathering external information or always practicing. It's more about embracing what already comes naturally to you. These are the things that you can do with relatively little effort. These are the things that are just built into your natural behavior. Sometimes these are the things where people ask you, how are you good at this thing? Or how did you learn to do that? Or how do you know how to do that? And the truth is, for a line 2, they often don't even know. They don't know where that talent or skill came from. They just know it's almost like a built-in part of who you are, part of the fabric of the way that you're built. One of the things to look out for with line 2 is that because these talents, these skills come so naturally to you, and because we also are brought up in a world that tells us that education is really important, that being book smart is really important, that passing tests is the way to measure your gifts, your talents, your skills, your knowledge base. Line 2s can often not even recognize their own strengths. They often don't see that the things that come natural to them are so powerful and are important and are of value. And so it's really important for a line 2 to have that external feedback, because often people noticing the things that you're good at is what is going to help you recognize them yourself. And the challenge that comes up for a line 2 as well is that they often think that they have got to back that natural gift with a qualification or an exam or with the more standard way of learning things. And the biggest gift that a line 2 can give to themselves is to lean into the fact that you don't have to do that. There are certain things with line 2s that you're just good at. Go with it, enjoy the process, and share your gifts with the world in a positive way and to make a positive difference. You don't have to back those things up with getting a particular qualification. Of course, there's a time and a place where those things are needed, but I think one of the biggest challenges and one of the biggest pieces of conditioning for a line 2 to overcome, which I've been working on and continue to work on for myself, is to embrace those natural gifts and to just do something good with them. Now, where the term hermit comes in is that when a line 2 is engaged in their gifts and is nurturing their talents, they can very much zone out and they want to retreat and create a safe space where they can just do their thing. They can just be themselves, focus on what they like doing, and engage in the things that come natural to them. And that can lead them to quite literally become a little bit of a hermit. I definitely relate to that again. I need a lot of alone time, a lot of time where I can just focus on the things that matter to me, that I want to be doing, my work, my creative pursuits, whatever it may be. And I've got this desire to, you know, move away from everyone else and be in my own space so I can focus on my own things. And when that happens, you can even become a little bit of a recluse at times. So you have to really find the balance between this line and whatever your other line is. It's about finding that harmony so that you're not just locking yourself away in your hermit cave and saying goodbye to the whole world and just focusing on your own stuff. And looking out for behaviors that come with that desire to be alone. Because, for example, line 2 can almost have this energy of like, leave me alone, don't talk to me, don't come near me, don't interrupt me, don't waste my time. I'm busy doing my things. And so again, this is where we need to look at some of the conditioning that can come with this line and some of the ways that it might be showing up in your life, of course in a positive way, but also looking out for some of the implications that this energy, this line 2 energy brings, that you may need to be more aware of, especially when you are relating to other people and to the rest of the world. Okay, so now I'm back and we're ready to talk about what happens when the line 5 and the line 2 come together to create the self-motivated hero. So on the inside, your conscious line means that you see yourself as the hero. You want to be the kind of person that can save the day. You want to be able to support and find solutions for others. And the way that you're designed to do that, because of your line 2 on the outside, is to use your innate skills, your innate gifts, and your innate talents. Unlike a 5-1, for example, who would be relying on knowledge and information because of the line 1 in their profile, your wisdom and your power comes from you being naturally gifted at certain things, whatever those things may be for you. And through those intrinsic skills, you're able to show up in the world as the hero, as the heretic, share your message and have the impact that you deeply desire. Now, as we've looked at, line 2 is a gifted, but it's also the hermit, as the label implies. This line loves to retreat, loves to run away and hide. So, because that line is on the outside, what is happening is that although on the inside you see yourself as someone who wants to have a big impact and wants to be called upon to save the day, on the outside, if you're not careful, the energy that you might be putting out and projecting to other people is a kind of energy of, leave me alone, I don't want to be disturbed, I don't want you to ask for help, I don't want you to turn to me when you need something. One of the challenges that this profile faces, and every single profile has its own challenges, so please don't feel like you drew the short straw, but one of the challenges that comes with this profile is that you have a tendency to become bitter when you feel like you're not being recognized. This is because there's a real mix in you seeing yourself as a hero internally and knowing that you want to make a difference and you want people to come to you, rely on you, respect you, and look to you for leadership, and you are also naturally gifted. So you know that you've got what it takes to be able to do that. It comes easy to you. So when it feels like other people are not seeing that, other people are not recognizing that, other people are not valuing that, you can think, well, why? Why are they not coming to me? I want to help, I know I can. So why is it that they're not coming to me? Why is it that they're not choosing me? Now, when this line of thought begins, it's your responsibility, my friend, to notice it and stop it in its tracks, because the reason this profile is called the self-motivated hero is that the way that you create harmony between these two sides of your archetype is by, first of all, recognizing and self-validating and self-motivating yourself to show up and make yourself available. Through doing that, you ensure that the kind of energy you're putting out is the energy of, hey, I want to help, I'm ready to help, I'm opening myself up to you, I welcome your invitations, I welcome you reaching out to me, I'm here, I'm open, I'm available, and I'm ready. And through doing this, what you're doing is that you're not waiting around for people to recognize you before you have the confidence to make yourself available. But you're making yourself available first through that internal line, giving you the courage and the conviction and the confidence to know that you're there and you want to make a difference, and being mindful and intentional with the kind of energy you're putting out through the line too, and ensuring that you're not giving I'm a hermit vibes, stay away from me. And when you're able to find this harmony between the two, it is such a beautiful balance. And you need to trust that by doing this, people will recognize you, people will want to be saved by you, people will want your solutions, your inputs, your wisdom, and they will be ready to receive it. Something I want to bring to your attention as well is that because your first number is the highest of the two, it means that you have a transpersonal karma. This is a fancy term in human design to basically explain that the way that you find fulfillment is through sharing your process with others, rather than having an internal process where you just do your own things and feel fulfilled purely through going through the process yourself. For you with a transpersonal karma, it is so important to be sharing your process with others, to be making a difference, to be making an impact, and with the line 5, to be spreading your message, whatever your message might be, far and wide. So it's really important that you're very intentional with balancing out that hermit line that sometimes wants you to retreat and run away and feel like, well, if no one's going to recognize me, then I'm not even going to bother, who cares, I'm just going to go and do my own thing and just forget everyone else. And those feelings will come through your body. Your body will want to retreat and hide and find solitude. And sometimes that is exactly what you need. So it will be okay for you to take time out, to reset, to recharge, but you just want to ensure that your intention behind taking that time away is to recuperate and not to hide from the world. Okay guys, so I hope you found this introduction to the 5-2 profile, the self-motivated hero, helpful. If you have any questions, as always, please leave them in the comments and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you're looking for more support, for more guidance, for more information about your particular design, then you can find the different ways that I can support you further on my website. On there, you'll find free resources. For example, you can download your personalized chart, or you can download a beginner's guide to human design, which is a beautiful PDF that takes you step by step through the different aspects of human design. So I will leave the link for you in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please make sure you do so if you'd like to see more content like this, and I hope to see you here in the next one. Bye guys.